So yeah, since last week when I picked up that El Jimador grapefruit paloma and was most definitely pleasantly surprised, I saw this at the world famous today and I had to grab it. It's another El Jimador. This is lime margarita. I normally wouldn't grab shit like this shit off the shelf, but since that first serving impressed the shit out of me, I decided to give it another go. We'll see what it's about, and we'll talk about Roy Orbison amongst other things. Let's give this a sip. What I like about both of these is they are not sickeningly sweet. This one is not bad either.
Took her off the showroom floor, no money down. Near the Chrysler building, the heart of Midtown. 200 horsepower under the hood, junk in the trunk, very far from damaged goods. Designer frames with windshield stay tinted. The most beautiful thing, so.
Yeah, I am a fan of Roy Orbison's music. I came to it kind of by proxy, seeing as how my mother was completely into the whole Sun Studios thing. All them guys. Fucking Elvis, Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, Roy Orbison. Like, I grew up from diapers listening to that fucking music. The first music I can honestly remember ever hearing was Elvis. I can even remember the song. It was Kentucky Rain. Yep, we always had music in the house. And just like you, bum, well, first of all, when I first heard Roy Orbison, before I had ever seen him, fuck. I'm maybe 6, 5. Uh, when I first heard that music, I thought that was a woman. And then when I did see him, uh, yeah, the dark glasses, I thought he was blind too.
One invented. A Wrangler had a sticker on the bumper. A sign in case tow trucks tried to jump her. Rear view mirror that is Serena Williams. Staring with the crime, then the look, kill him. Brushless showers in the Brazilian wax. Cash in the glove compartment. Freezing tax, low mileage on the odometer. Graduate with more degrees than a thermometer. Spark plugs for great conversation. Keep a focus on the finish line of destination. Steering in the right direction.
I think my mom is where I caught the bug from. Like, she was into all that stuff, especially Elvis. She adored Elvis. But, she was into that. But, you know, I remember one day going through the vinyl and pulled out this thing called Houses of the Holy. Yeah, that was a fucking game changer right there. And then from Led Zeppelin, I uh I moved on to Black Sabbath, and from Black Sabbath I found my way to Motorhead, and when I found Motorhead, I was off to the fucking races. Lime margarita.
section. Made sure I wore a seatbelt and had airbags for protection. In her tank, she loved to stash my tool. I kept it full, super unleaded fuel. She had a room full of skirts and rims. The old ones used to swing off ropes that often hung from limbs. Attempt at the Ford modeling agency, suburban area with the Caucasians be. Her great grandfather was a Cherokee Indian, explorer, navigator, traveling day began, sharpening his hours on Plymouth Rock, commander in chief, raised cattle and was selling the livestock. King of the frontier, rider of thoroughbreds. He was just as sharp as a needle without thread. Legend and trooper, known to run the herd. His sons were Oldsmobile to drink Thunderbird. Land cruisers sitting on fertile soil with equipment that ran off expensive oil. Folks bragging, said a horse pulled the Volkswagen. They loved Mustang Sally and lollygagging. Fished in Lake Tahoe, cooked barracudas. Hunted Impalas with 6 shooters. From a long range with the dog rover. It was something else to see him knock them over. Some got caught in the crossfire. A bunch of rabbits indicating these dudes should retire.
This is decent. It's not in any way fucking horrible. But I had to put this one behind the grapefruit. The grapefruit, yeah, that's still number one. Seeing as how that was only 24, we keep it fucking 40 around here. Malt liquor.
I was on board rocking the sunroof, a gas guzzler, and the grill was one tooth. A strong accent and a beard like Lincoln, who hated the golf course but he loved drinking. Avenger used to pick up chicks and had magnums that was rammed tough to thick. He wore a blazer, we used to hide the Ruger, wore counters, Jaguars and Cougars. A veteran who would salute and sing the anthem in the court with the plan, he was a phantom. He had a fat lady they call Hummer, and she needed body work for the whole summer. She had a few friends who used.
Yeah, and then in the late 70s, the ass end of the 70s, and the early 80s, this thing called rap came out. And I'd say from about 79 up until about 86, I think it was mostly considered a novelty. But, I mean, I remember the Sugar Hill Gang and Curtis Blow and Grandmaster Flash and all that. But, like I said, I thought of it as novelty music. I didn't hate it or anything. It's just not something that I took seriously. And then I heard these cats named Eric B. and Rakim. That changed the game. I listened to Paid in Full and I said, wait a minute. This can be serious music if done properly. But yeah, I think my eclectic taste comes from my mother. My dad, he was more straight up honky. My dad was a straight up honky. Fucking, which I like that shit too. Waylon, Willie, fucking Merle, Johnny Cash, which my mom liked too. George Jones, Hank Williams Sr. He never got into Junior, Senior, which Pops was right on that one. But yeah, I was the kid in fucking 86, 87. You would see fucking walking around in the denim jacket with the Iron Maiden patch on the back. And yes, you would hear Iron Maiden coming out of the speakers of the boombox a lot. But you were just as likely to hear shit like Run DMC, like I said, Eric B. and Rakim, LL Cool J. Yeah, that's the way I rolled. Malt liquor.
Stay in the pound, abandoned the parking lots, and junkyard down. Regulars and rest areas, and truck stops, cassette players known to make the tape pop. Gold diggers who want to cream like Wells Fargo. In Vegas, they circle around in Monte Carlo. You know the snakes with the fangs and vipers, bloodsuckers who will juice the piss from diapers. Met the Cavaliers at the Outback Steakhouse. Chicken cutlet supreme just for takeout. One of them was forced to live in Astoria, cause at the auction they had crowned.
And while I'm listening to all this, I'm also off in left field listening to stuff like Rush and fucking Bob Marley. Uh, I don't know. I'm just the type motherfucker. If I hear something that I like it. I don't give a fuck what label you put on it. Unless it's dubstep. Fuck dubstep. Malt liquor.
Victoria. Since then, her friends charged the battery. Had her running off the sweets, flattery. She kept a loud muffler, couldn't trust her. Police used to always pull over this duster. A pothead who some called Firebird. Foul mouth who could have used wiser words. Her man used to hustle and ran the crack corner. Someone security kept low jack on her. Creeping with his eyes low, high beaming. Temper will accelerate, private eye scheming. He would check the consoles for rubber. She would pass the inspection with flying colors. She would turn left if he said right. On a cycle, he would often run red lights. His voice echoed if she dodged the convo. Her previous owner, all he did was bone her. Some drove her crazy, she was just a loner. He had a leak in transmission fluid. Said it was an accident, didn't mean to do it. No insurance would have grilled the king. She solved uncontrollably, still stayed. Another.
And now in my fucking old age, I mean, fuck, good God, I'll be 52 on Monday. In my old age, it's true what they say, folks. People do mellow with age. I mean, I still love Elvis. I still love Black Sabbath. I still love fucking Meshuggah and Mastodon and fucking Wu-Tang. I still love all that stuff. But I've also, developed a fondness for I don't know, things like Paco de Lucia. I think that's how you say his name, or is it Paco de Lucia? Whatever. Uh, Al Di Meola. Believe it or not, Luciano Pavarotti. You know, just stuff you can smooth out to sometimes. Let's have a little dessert and get the fuck out of here.
Total eclipse of the heart like the freezing weather that never gave her a start. Plus, he had a sidekick in his garage, and if he needed a boat, she would give him a charge. He was sentenced to running an escort service, escaped from prison but made a few nervous. His baby mother and wife, the BMW, number one on the list, who he brought trouble to. She done everything to regain.
Two fun facts. Number one, uh, Glenn Danzig actually wrote a song for Roy Orbison. I can't remember the name of it, and I was just listening to it today. But I believe it was off the Less Than Zero soundtrack. Fun fact number two, uh, Jay Vega is actually mentioned in the liner notes of an official fucking album. They weren't a popular group, they were a local band. Played around Chicago, Moline, Davenport, that area. Uh, there were some Mexican gentlemen who the drummer happened to be engaged to my brother's best friend's sister. So that's how I got to know Lyle. And anyway, my brother, his friend, me, a couple other people, we would set their shit up when they played at the Palmer Auditorium in Davenport. They were called the Pena Brothers. They never really amounted to nothing, but they did have a couple, fucking releases. And yeah, J Vega 419 is in the liner notes, is thanked in the liner notes of one of their albums. Of course, it doesn't say J Vega 419. Okay, I'm done.
Liberty tried to be Audi, but when it